Hello everybody, my name is Hammock, and today we're going to play Earth of Oryn. It's like a medieval city builder. It's pretty cool. Alright, we got the start of our new town in this kind of foresty area. First thing I'm going to do is mark out some areas. Oh! Huh. Well, early access, I guess. Oh no. Alright, restart. This is the first time we're setting up our village. First thing I'm gonna do is... whereabouts is it? I forget how to place districts. Okay, there's something clearly wrong. Let's just continue and ignore that challenge. Build some houses. There's some relatively dense. There. Just expand them a little bit. Are we? Wait. The lighting changed. Is it winter now? Let's also designate an area for some farming. Let's just have it over here. I wish I had the ability to kind of like drag tool, like drag a big square across an area, because I want to make sure all the tiles are like in line and they don't overstep like they're doing right now. I guess I can just go erase mode and start again. Also a bit of frame drops, but that's fine. Mark out a little bit of an area. I've now decided that I don't care if it's exactly in line, because it's probably not going to be from this angle. Okay, cool. That'll be the farming area. And let's do a little farm tile right here. And then move blocks around and stuff, make it all look cute. Alright, there it is. Housing zoning. Let's set some people to do jobs, I guess. I need to remember how to do that. There's a lot of buttons. Now that's the bug reporting one. And we'll just figure it out. I did the tutorial a bit while I was sick and wasn't able to record. And I remember stuff vaguely, but yeah, we'll just see how it goes. More fun to just like play and like figure it out as you go. The lumberjack camp here, and also designate the. Let's just shut down all this. It's gonna be where the town's gonna be anyway. Also, get the time a bit. How do I do that? 2. Okay, I'm just pressing tab for that. The stone miner camp. Like over here. And then we can also designate stone. Right. Also get some small stockpiles. Also put some stockpiles here, just in case we get the option to designate specific materials. Oh yeah, we click on the things to assign jobs, so get an extra stone guy, a wood guy, and we'll leave one guy up in the air just in case they can like fill. Alright, cool. Just need to make sure our main resources are accounted for. Like, we'll have like food and wood and stone so that we can build stuff. Does it let us designate specific things? Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's look at the surrounding area here. We've got more stones, more wood. Any other things I should be wary of? What's this? Spawning point. I see. That could be where enemies, like barbarians, spawn. There's also water over here. Maybe there's like some fishing we could do or build like a harbor at some point. I would like the option so that whenever I'm placing houses, I can like have it randomize what the building looks like as I place it. So instead of having like 5 identical buildings, it would be like you just place it and it would just have some like variation as you place it. This guy, it looks like this guy standing on the roof, but I think that's just perspective. Alright, cool. I think there's music in this game. I think I had it off before. Turn that back on. Alright. More buildings. Let's see. Resource market. Put that here. Also get some roads, some dirt paths. Dirt. Nice. Okay, commission those roads to be built. And continue. Hopefully we get some more people. Start planning for more housing. Since they all look the same, I might as well have the rest of them be the same. Like that. Yeah, we'll see. Have some houses there, and then we'll have some more houses, maybe like along here. Alright, cool. I'm gonna go see how this goes and expands, and then see how it looks in a bit of time of a bit of a time skip. Alright, we've done a little bit of building. I added an extra farm area here, placed some new roads, and the expansion of the houses, and placed an assembly. Now we can open the tech tree and start researching new things. I'm going to research techs, hopefully that'll give us some more sustainable gold income. And hopefully we can start having all of our basic needs met, and then we can go on to building all the other stuff. I also had to report a bug because I wanted to increase my GUI scaling, but now if I manage my kingdom, it goes off the screen a bit, which is a little bit funny. I like that. I think another thing I would like in this game is the ability to turn off the day-night cycle. I usually don't like that. I'd rather have it just always be day, because when it goes to night, it kind of hurts my eyes. Which, I guess I'll just suggest that real quick. Oh, I just reported that, and I also forgot to pause while doing that, so time has passed. Technology. Citizenship tax. Settlers will have to pay 2 gold to become a citizen. We'll probably do that later, since that'll probably reduce our growth. Or the increases trust. Sure, let's do that. Let's also research the laboratory. It's Dexter's laboratory. Ooh, I like the look of these crop fields. There's a lot of flour and stuff on the ground. Maybe I need to build more stockpiles. Let's get like a central area and make like a stockpile like district. Also, let's designate for these trees to be cut and hire some more lumberjacks because we got some more people in our town now. Put in some more worker connections. Cutters, or stone cutters and wood cutters. Also get some more honest plank roads, dirt roads connecting up for these houses. Then we can put some stockpiles, I think, about here-ish. I'd like to be able to aim the camera so it looks like top down. That'd be cool. Oh. There you go. I'll put like another one like... Oh, that would go nowhere. Put some stockpiles along here, proximity wise. Grab all the flour. Oh, that's weird. It's like people growing stuff over here, but not over here. Is there something I'm missing? Like, do they have to... Is there like a soil table thing that I'm missing? This is more fertile than this, or is it just... Oh well. It'll probably correct itself. Alright, we have the laboratory. Research. Salesman, carpentry, architecture, masonry, hydraulics, fire. Let's get fire. And upgrades wise, increases worker capacity, sure. Slow down on this as well, just in case we're going too fast. The carpentry. Nice. Now I think we can slot in more workers into places. Oh, I mean, you can control group them, I guess. That's cool. Hopefully, how do I get them to go back to work? Oh, wood full. Huh. How do I fix that? Oh, wait. Oh, it's per building, I see. Okay, like 10 gold, which I've got a bunch of gold right now. Why is our trust so low? We need to build some amenities buildings, maybe? Like a tavern? Look at the seed market. Requires salesman. That sounds like a technology. I'll wait until this one's finished. There we go. All these numbers. Is that the food rotting, maybe? I opened up enough stockpiles, but maybe that's not the right one. Oh, it looks like there's food in these stockpiles, yeah. I guess which job is... Okay, maybe you need to change our GUI scaling down. Again, what's that? Affects the volume? Odd. Alright. Jobs. Okay, well. Unsure. Looks like we have enough food for now. Let's research that. And some nicer houses, I guess. Sanctuary. Okay. This might make people a bit happier. Rotate it so like over here at the corner. And can we get a priority? I think we need more stockpiles. I thought that was enough, but alright. Maybe if they did a granary building that just had like way bigger visual storage, but you know, it's just plants, that would be helpful. Hopefully that was all our storage issues. I still don't understand how our trust got so low. Maybe it's because we enacted the taxes thing? Guess I'm just not getting enough information to really know. Oh, there's a tech tree for the sanctuary. Praise the gods, officialize the cult towards this mountain gods, improving the aura of this building. The aura? Not enough gold. Dang. This building has an aura? Question mark? Didn't I see some kind of circle or indicator of that? Alright. I think this game might have a lot of like assumptions that you have played a lot of other games like this, and you're like, oh yeah, you place this has this has an amenities aura, and this one has a production aura, and something like that, and like that, or it's meant to have a visual indicator, but it's not showing for some reason. But I think that this game needs small things to tell you what to do, because otherwise it's like, okay, why is this farm not being worked? Why is this farm being worked? I guess it isn't now because of winter. Why do I need this many stockpiles? It looks a little bit cluttered. I need a method for my gold to go up, otherwise I can't do any more research. Let's get the seed market so we can hopefully get new plants. Maybe when people move into the big houses, it's like a different, like, what's the word? Like a social class? Oh, I just realized it goes off a bit. That's what you get when you play at a certain angle. I love a top-down view, like a just straight-up top-down view. Like lining up things. Or maybe like how the roads, it will just like forcibly make it straight, have that with buildings so you can make stuff go in a line. That would be quite nice. Food. I don't really have the money to do any of this research. Let's do hydraulics. Maybe there's something that we can do by the water, like a mill that will give us money. Okay, there's some like nice decorative things I can make. Make a wooden fence. I guess like this type of stuff is really interesting to me, of like being able to make a decorative kind of like thing. I guess I would say, especially in a game like this where there's like simulation and like resource exchange, the decorative things I think shouldn't cost money. Like I think this stuff should just be fully like stuff that you do because you want it to look pretty and not because it's like an investment. Like this is just visuals, so I feel like this shouldn't cost any money at all. You should just be able to do this. Congratulations, everyone. With the cost of 1 gold coin next to the town center, we now have a communal toilet. A little cart here. I'm just gonna place some little pretty things, even though they cost like money and we have limited money. Like, I thought this is gonna be like the big selling point of this game compared to another like medieval city builder, is like how pretty you can make the game with just like these little like things you can add just for fun. Add these little like plant pots everywhere. That's something that like if I can like place all these buildables here like just for fun and they didn't have any cost, like I would be playing this game quite a bit more, just like making a city and then having the simulation mechanics on one side where I'm like trying to optimize my trust levels and how much like gold I'm getting in versus the resource expenditure and the amount of limited space. There's that side, but then there's the other side of how do I make town look pretty? How do I like place all these things around, place things? It looks like that guy just came out of the house just to wave and then went back into the house like, hi, hey, hi, hello, hi. I'd say like I'd like with the one side where I have the mechanics of the game to like figure out and like solve, and then the other side where I get to place all this stuff around and like make the place look like really nice for like screenshots and stuff and just for like fun. But I feel like those shouldn't be like married together. I feel like they should be entirely separate. Whether or not I want to have a cart next to a house with 0 functional purpose should not have a resource cost tied to it, in my opinion. Yeah, I'd say that's my like impression of the game right now. Is it's got pretty good potential. It's got a lot of bugs, and it could do a lot of things figuring out like the sanctuary doesn't really tell me what it does until I go into like the tech tree and it tells me like, oh, this apparently has an aura, but it didn't tell me about the aura, and when I built it, it didn't give me like any kind of outline. Like, this game needs a little bit more information conveyed to the player without having to like follow a bunch of tutorials. I feel like you should just be able to jump into the game and then figure it out, because most of these medieval city builders are, in a non-reductive way of saying, the same. And I feel like you should be able to jump from one to the other and like figure things out pretty well and just play it and figure it out as you play. I'd also like the stockpiles to either have much higher capacity, or especially of like different things, or have like dedicated buildings, like a granary building that you'd build next to the farm, and then that ostensibly will hold all the flour and seeds that you'll ever need, so you don't have to worry about building a ton of stockpile space for all this stuff, because it looks messy. I like having 1 or 2 stockpiles, especially like a dedicated stockpile for like stone and wood, looks cool, but having all these stockpiles, I don't like it. I think it looks ugly, especially with all this like wood everywhere. It reminds me of like a storage space in like RimWorld. It's like it just looks ugly to me. Like, especially being able to place all these like cool things down. Like, I think the selling point for this game is going to be making a really pretty city that you can place every block for, and you can basically like play it like The Sims but on a macro scale of a town. I think that's going to be like the selling point of this. So that's my impression. I think like I'll wait for this game to have a couple updates and I'll come back and check on it in like a few months and then have another play at it. And if it goes in more of a direction where I can build a nice pretty city, I'll probably be playing this quite a bit. Especially in my own time. There's a lot of games like this. Like, I'll be playing games like Civ or Life of Land, or even just going back and playing Age of Empires 2 or Command and Conquer Generals against no enemies, just to build with all the stuff, because the constructing is fun. And I'll do that while I'm like listening to podcasts or like watching like streams or something like in the background, like multitasking. So I feel like this game has potential to fill that niche for me, but it needs to solve a lot of problems. That's my overall impression. I'd say at like £10 on Steam right now, I'd say it's a decent price for what it is. I'd recommend picking this up, but I'd also probably wait a bit until some of the early access like bugs are fixed. So overall, I'd say this game has a good grade. I like it. I'll be playing it as it gets more updates, but as with most games, especially made by a small development team in early access, give it a bit for it to improve, but for what it is, it's pretty good.